Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Just a reminder that I'm going to be doing a very special interview tomorrow here on AFTV where I'm going to be talking to Kanu in the metaverse, right? So if you want to join into that talk, and we're talking transfers, we're talking Declan Rice, Jurriën Timber, a little bit about his career. It's going to be really, really entertaining. If you want to join that talk, there's going to be a link in the description, and all you got to do is click in, and you're straight in into the metaverse to talk. It's going to be brilliant. So make sure you check that out tomorrow. I'll give you more details tomorrow as well. And of course, Arsenal are playing tomorrow. We've got a big watch along here on AFTV, so make sure you check it out. Arsenal versus Nuremberg. Excited to see Kai Havertz play. That's the one I'm looking to see play tomorrow. I think it's gone under the radar. You know, that we have signed this guy for £65 million, a lot of money, and I'm going to be really intrigued to see where he plays. What position is he going to be playing in? Is he going to be playing in the midfield? Is he going to be playing sort of more towards the right-hand side? He used to do that at Leverkusen. Is he going to be doing the Granit Xhaka role? Gonna be really interesting to see in that game, so can't wait to see that. Talking of right-hand side, it really does look like Arsenal are after a right-sided attacking player. We know, obviously, we've got Saka there, absolutely amazing player. Probably, you know, one of the best in the world right now as a right winger. You know what I mean? You can't dispute that. But what if he gets injured? What if his form falls off? Can't play a guy who's playing in a position like that every single week. Sometimes you're going to have to give him a rest. We got Champions League next season as well. Remember, it's not like last season where, you know, it's Europa League where you can play virtually a B team and then, you know, at the weekend play your full team. You got to play your full team in the Champions League and that weekend. So rotation is going to be very, very important, and finding a player that can back up Saka, not just back up, be competent for Saka is so important. So some of the targets have been looked at. We know already Moussa Diaby of Bayer Leverkusen. They won about £50 million, but that is one of the players that are also looking at. But there's some other targets that are emerging as well. Michael Olise of Crystal Palace. Love this player. Has been excellent for Palace over the past couple of seasons and really becoming an emerging player. Already you can see that there's more to come from this kid. The Mail, Daily Mail, claiming that Arsenal see him as an option for that position and would like to possibly bring him in if they can't get all their other targets. Now, let's keep an eye on that one throughout the summer. The only thing I would say is Olise, he's playing week in, week out at Palace. Would he want to come and sort of be almost like a backup to Saka? That would be the thing. But then, as I said, I still think you get loads of game time. There's Champions League football there, and his stock can really, really go up. But Michael Olise being linked. Another right winger that's being linked is Raphinha. Remember him? Arsenal were heavily linked for Raphinha when he was at Leeds. Remember the whole saga where we were going in for him. Then all of a sudden, Chelsea appeared, outbid us. Right, this was the start of the Chelsea shenanigans. Outbid us, but then found out that actually he didn't want to go to Chelsea. He wanted to go to Barcelona. He went to Barcelona. It hasn't really worked out for him, even though, listen, they won the league, so they've done well. But Raphinha hasn't played week in, week out. He's not a regular. You know, not to say that he's not playing a big part. He's playing a part, but he's not like when he was at Leeds where he started regularly. And Barcelona, you know, the rumors are that they would cash in on him if they could. Now, the player himself doesn't want to leave. You know, and listen, if you're playing, you know, almost not starting every week at Barca, and then the other option is to come to Arsenal where you're not going to start almost every week, you probably say to yourself, well, let me stay at Barca then, you know? But he had 7 goals and 7 assists in La Liga last season. So he's not been tearing it up, but he has been linked with a move. I think this one will be a really, really difficult one because the player himself doesn't really want to move. And plus as well, it wouldn't be cheap. Barcelona paid £58 million for him. They'd be trying to recoup that. They want about 60 million is the rumours. But let's keep an eye on that one. And I'd like to know from you guys, would you have Raphinha? You know, after all what went on, and he obviously didn't want to come to Arsenal, he wanted Barca. Would you want him? So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Talking of Barcelona, there's another player actually that this player they really want to get rid of. Arsenal have shown an interest in him before. Mikel Arteta knows him from his time at Man City, and that was Ferran Torres, sold to from Manchester City to Barcelona for about £55 million, only 18 months ago. He definitely hasn't been pulling up trees. 4 goals, 2 assists last season. Again, a bit of a bit part player, way more bit part than, say, a Raphinha. And Barcelona definitely want to move him on. He's been linked with a move with Arsenal. I think that's a lot to do with connections in the past. I just don't see this one. He plays out on the left wing. He can also play as a sort of a forward player as well, sort of a false 9. 23, still young, getting for around about £30 million. And we know that Barcelona do want to move him on. He is surplus to requirements there, although he doesn't want to leave. But Ferran Torres, would you fancy him at Arsenal? He's been linked today. Another Spanish player that I've spoken about a few times, still being linked today, is Veiga. Again, this guy had a standout season for Celta Vigo. There's a lot of teams chasing him. You know, we were interested in him. Spurs, Man City, Liverpool are interested in him. Host of other clubs across Europe. You saw him in the Euro under-21s. He looked really good, had a lot of ability. Again, being linked with Arsenal today. Le 10 Sport this time claiming that Arsenal are very interested in Veiga. Listen, he's when you see him play, he looks like an Arsenal type player. But again, I'm not sure. You know, I mean, you know, there's so many players sort of in that position at the moment. Talented as he is that what we need right now? But the rumors continue, and we know that Mikel Arteta is always on the lookout for special talent. Victor Nellson, sorry, is another one that's been linked today. 24-year-old centre-back who plays for Galatasaray. He was a real mainstay of Galatasaray last season. Only joined him in 2021. And he played a key role for them last season in the league. He's been linked with a move away. Galatasaray wouldn't stand in his way, but they won around about £25 million. And the Star newspaper claiming that Arsenal are interested in Victor Nellson. Now, again, I just don't see this one. You know what I mean? He's a centre-back. He's a right-footed centre-back. So I reckon maybe Arsenal showed an interest in him before the whole Timber thing was getting done. And that's where the links are coming from. Because certainly if they're buying Jurriën Timber for the sort of money, we bought Jurriën Timber for the sort of money that we paid for him, why would you then go and pay £25 million for another centre-back that's just not going to play? We've got Austin Trusty as well. Remember that we had a good season last year at Birmingham that could also come in. So I really don't see this one. It's a rumour. It's out there. But I really don't see. Maybe you go to Tottenham. They need defenders. At the moment, I think centre-backs at the moment, we're good. We're sorted at the moment for this season with Jurriën Timber and Saliba in competition. And you've got Kivior and, of course, Gabriel. So I think we're sorted for centre-backs. And Charlie Patino didn't go on the trip to Germany. Is that a sign that he's definitely going to be sold? That is the rumor that the 19-year-old is going to be moved on this summer. Although there's lots of talk that Arsenal will put a buyback clause into his contract that means that they could buy him back at a later date, which would make a lot of sense to do because to me he's a top talent, just needs game time. So Charlie Patino being linked with a move away, as I said, not over there in Germany. But looking forward to seeing the players that are over there in Germany. I'm going to be keeping a keen eye on a lot of them. And it's all about hitting the season running. We're doing a watch-along to it tomorrow. So make sure you come and check it out. I think the game kicks off at 6 o'clock UK time. And then, of course, next week, Arsenal travel to America. We are going to be out there. We're going to be at all the games, the game in Washington, New York, and also in LA. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to meet all those gooners over there in America. They always put on a great party over there. And, of course, we're looking forward to seeing Declan Rice, Timber, and Havertz, all the new signings in action, as well as all the players like Saka, Jesus. I mean, it's exciting. Thanks for watching the show today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.